double its uh, multifolio, if I could put it this way. He's probably the guy who knows most from any domain among us, because he has studied social and economics. He has a PhD in mechanics, in the dynamics of the fluid, if I'm right. He has studied languages, he translates, he does lots of things that show his interest for any part of human knowledge, anything that, any field of knowledge that was ever touched by the human brain is an interest for Abul Fushan. And I'm very happy to have him here, because his passion for knowledge, for language, for poetry is something which is for me exemplary. Abul?
Thank you very much. I decided to pick up something which is very topical for me and a lot of us. That is this topic of Brexit, as the first set of poems that I'm going to read. It's almost like following a sequence in time. The day after the referendum is the subject of the first one, and then it moves into the discussions about me having a deal and Mrs. May, and probably the last one really is about where we are now. Brexit Days, a trilogy. 24th of June, 2016. The view was no longer what it's always been. The river, the high rises of the wharf, no, not like before. I was no longer where I thought I was. Their presence, their sense had changed. Like the hitherto innocence of a plane in view was shattered as they fucked into the trade centre. This England was no longer a united kingdom. It had no future where it belonged. I'm a stranger to these club-wielding thugs on the streets, chasing what they call that Femi. 7, 25, 41. Yeah. The platform theory goes that those of us feeling fine, supping Passapanava Bellinis, are heading for the abyss. Anna Maria Sensorini is a friend of mine, whom I never met while Compos Mentis. The reason why the eclipse is so old is that Jupiter was interfering. Hardly anyone knows why the marsupials are so cross, even with Mercury. In the end, a blind walk over the cliff may save us from our wings. And the hotel where we stayed in Kyoto was 10 tatamis wide and full of trading scripts. A jet plane went overhead with a wireless collar. The end of the abyss was the regaining of sight. As Khatun said, to exist is to survive unfair choices. Superworm Moon. Who sang the civic was the abdomen, the earth rotation 2 steps beneath, the antennae at 9 degrees to the equinox. It was dawn, I saw how I diurnally do this digest. There's a table operating on ants in the room that's the size of a voting body. The impasse is felt in midnight tremors, but in the moonlight, the ants keep talking and nothing's getting on. There are eyes to the right who won't have it. Even as the numbers bulge, they wane. And the whole state is falling off the table. The superstate is superbly busy, uncomprehending. The worms are resurfacing, rude-marked and satiate. It's half the earth, maybe a quarter, but still there is no revolution.